Hello. Saw we got one person in the chat. Hello and welcome. Hello, Vivian. You're the first one here. Hope you've had a really good week. Oh, thanks. Hope you've had a good week. I'm just getting all my stuff set up. We're getting all shuffled. Hello to Yoo-hoo. Welcome. I literally just got started here, so you guys are perfectly in time. Great timing. I just unboxed my my cards, and I'm getting everything shuffled, getting everything together as best I can. All right. And Mona, nice to see you too. Welcome. I'm going to give my oracle cards a good shuffle. I do try my best to shuffle them well when I'm doing readings with them, but you know, it never hurts to just reset the energy of the whole entire thing. I was thinking today we were going to use, well, our usual One World Tarot and our Moonology. I really like this Moonology Oracle, this deck. Sorry, my brain's not braining today, so you're gonna have to forgive me if I'm like struggling to do words. Okay, and then I also have these Living Reiki Oracles, which we might use. Q99, welcome. And you just joined the stream, so yes, I have time to do reading for you. Sam says, is it weird that my family's middle name is Hitler? How can your whole family have one middle name? Unless everybody is just given the same middle name at birth. I'm going to be honest, that is a little bit weird. A little bit. Jay, welcome. You said you're new here. What is the cards about? Right now, I'm just shuffling and getting everything set up. These are just some oracle cards, Yasmin Boland's Moonology oracle cards. And then I'm getting my tarot cards shuffled. And then I think we'll be able to start our stream here. I also light my candle. This one smells like apple cinnamon, and I love it. We actually go through candles so fast in this house. Ah, this one smells good. I really wish you guys could like smell it through the screen. And I'm going to light our eucalyptus to smudge with and cleanse the energy before we get started, and just set the intentions to have a really good stream, and for, you know, me to be a clear channel for spirit today to help deliver the messages that need to be delivered. We're also going to smudge and remove the energy of the week that we just had. You know, whether it was a good week, a bad week, doesn't really matter. We are just going to release all energy that no longer belongs to us, that is no longer important for us to be worrying about or holding on to. We are going to remove negativity. Gotta relight my thing here. Remove negativity, you know, through things like jealousy, anger, resentment. We're gonna let all of that go. We're going to let go of our fears. We're going to let go of our anxieties. We're going to trust that in this moment right now, we are protected by the divine, and we are loved, and we are safe. And so it is. Davika says, can I predict the future? The interesting thing about tarot cards is while you can sometimes get a suggestion of what the future could look like, It mostly takes a look at the energy of your situation right now in the present moment. So what comes up in a tarot reading, sometimes the person getting the reading will make different choices that could affect the outcome. Sometimes things are not written in stone when we read on them, and just like most things in life, can be subject to change a little bit. Only daughter saying, can I have, Reiki regarding face paint. Okay, send me an email, wildrosetc@gmail.com, because I do give private Reiki treatments. Right now, our stream today is just tarot and oracle cards, not necessarily Reiki, but yeah, let me know if that's something you want to book with me or learn a little bit about, and I can help you out with that. Okay. Oh, you guys in the chat are funny. All right. Yuki says, once I saw a ball of light, like an orb, fly over a lake, Wisconsin late at night. I was with my sister and we both saw it. Ooh. What was it? It was silent and glowing. Ooh, that's cool. Sure, you know what? Let's look at that just for the heck of it. What could that have been? This is like definitely perfect material for a weird questions type of stream. I should bring back weird questions. Actually, I really enjoyed doing that. Let's just see, what was the nature of, okay, that one fell out, we'll keep it. What was the nature of that thing that Yuhu and their sister saw? What was that? Something about 7 of Wands, so you know, defense. This, I think this could have been man-made. I'm not sure what like country or what region you are from, but I did just immediately get the word defense, and it seems, what it seems like is some kind of like like Air Force or some kind of like military. Okay, so I'm about collecting information with our Page of Swords. They weren't able to get a lot of info, but they were able to get, I think, just a little bit using whatever that device, whatever that craft was. It's one of their old crafts. I'm getting something about retiring. They wanted to retire it. It was kind of on its last leg. Interesting. I don't feel like it was alien or supernatural, though. I think this was man-made. Anything else we can know about this thing? I keep hearing, shh, it's a secret. There was a celebration. I don't know what, because I don't know which country this is, what region, and I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff, but I don't know if they would have called it like, not mission control, but you know, at their base, at their HQ, they all celebrated like, yeah, this was a successful, like, I think it was some kind of like a last send-off for this particular craft. They're like, yeah, that was a successful mission. It was successful. It was like it was collecting data. So what kind of data though? That's interesting. Especially if it's at like night and it's dark. You'd think it wouldn't make sense to be taking pictures, but you never know. I just know it was sent out, it was man-made, sent out to collect data. It was kind of its final mission, and everyone's like, oh yeah, what a great send-off for this craft that is really old and we're not going to use anymore. So that's what I get for that. Mona is asking kind of a third-party question. So I may have to just tweak the question a little bit, and maybe for Mona, Spirit, is there anything that Mona needs to know regarding the situation with her son? And you know what the situation is, and you know what's going on. So what's important for Mona to know in this situation? Okay, confidence is the key to success. It's good to know. And something about new moon in Leo. Now, I'm not an astrologer. If you want to learn more about astrology in a very detailed yet easily digestible way, I suggest you check out my friend Sebastian over at Black and Orange Tarot and Astrology. But Leo, so Leo season, what's that, August? So if this is something that's going to continue out into the month of August over the summer, yeah, it seems like August could be like a very, very important time for this case, for this situation. Yeah, but confidence is the key to success. Okay, let's get some tarot messages. Because a message that I am getting just without tarot here is it's like have faith in the experts. There are people who are very specifically trained, and I'm thinking this is the attorneys that Spirit's referring to, that are very specifically trained to handle this and to take care of this. And just confidence that they know what they're doing and that they're going to be able to help you out. Okay, yeah, there's the defense again with our Seven of Wands defense card. Defense attorney. But that it's nice to know that somebody's fighting for you. And have confidence. Somebody is fighting for you and they know what they're doing. The only other thing that Spirit is allowing me to show or, to look at for you, especially here on stream, with it being kind of a third-party question, it's okay for you to know they're going to try and resolve this as quickly as possible to keep the legal fees down as much as they can. But I like seeing that confidence is the key to success. So that seems like, to me, the energy there and the feeling I get there is actually quite hopeful, and seems like, yeah, there's just this like, yep, keep going, like don't give up yet kind of an energy. Interesting. So I hope everything turns out okay and that things are going to be resolved peacefully. Ooh, Kina 89 is wondering if they should ask their colleague out for a date or not. And what does this colleague think? Now, Kina 89, I really appreciate how you asked your question. Because the first thing was like, it was you. What should I do, or should I do this? Not what is this person thinking? Now, you did ask what does this person think of you, but I think we're going to be able to get a bit of a grasp on that, maybe without even having to ask that question. Do you know what I mean? Okay, I'm just shuffling up these tarot cards, and then we will pull an oracle. Hang on. I did have Two of Pentacles fly out, but I'm going to pull an oracle card first before we jump into the rest of the tarot. So Kina 89, should they ask out their colleague that they're interested in? A new start is coming. Okay. Ooh. I want to pull one more. It's this particular one. All right, sure. Spirit, I'll take that. Hold your vision. With fixed moon, if this is somebody that you have had your eye on for a long time, I like seeing that hold your vision, because that's like pardon me for wording it this way, but keep your eye on the prize. Not that your colleague that you want to ask out is a prize to be won, obviously not, but you know what I mean? Like, keep your eye on the prize, but not in a objectifying kind of way, you know? All right. So interesting. And then we had 2 of Pentacles. That is, what's that going? Oh, what's that all about? Oh. And then I also had 5 of Swords. I'll hold them up and I'll get into them in more detail here. Should Kina 89 ask out their colleague? Okay, so I think there just needs to be a minor adjustment, just a small one. So basically what's happening here that I'm getting. 2 of Pentacles. This is something she doesn't necessarily want to struggle with that balance of being in a relationship with somebody that you're working with. So what might happen is with our 5 of Swords, perhaps when this particular job is finished or they leave the company or this position or whatever, then they'll be more, I think, ready and willing to go on a date and give this a chance, because it's like, okay, we're not working together. They just don't want things to be messy, just in case, like, well, if we don't get along, I don't want things to be awkward. But then, you know, if we do hit it off and we start a relationship, like we got to figure out how this is going to affect our work and if there's anything we need to do. So this person, yeah, she may just wait, be like, oh, I'll just wait until we're not doing this particular job together anymore, or until I move over to this other company or this other employer or whatever. Lover's card, though, look at that. Yeah, this person's interested in you, and there is great, I think, great potential for a connection, a romantic connection here. And I love that new start is coming too. So the new start, what is specifically, Spirit, what is the new start? Is that the new relationship? Is that Kina 89's person of interest making adjustments to what she's doing so that she feels more comfortable trying this relationship or trying this dating thing? Yeah, new start is she's going to be figuring out her work stuff, yeah, before she jumps into going out with you. I think that this person really likes you. If they didn't, we wouldn't have had this Lover's card, right? We would have had something else. Probably, like, if they didn't like you, we probably would have had like the Devil card, or like the 8 of Cups, the leaving, or the 4 of Cups, not interested. But no, this person seems very interested. Cool. So I hope that goes well for you. Best wishes for that. Oh, hello, Grace Ella. Welcome. You're wondering what content I post. I do tarot readings. I like to go live once a week to do readings for viewers on stream. And then I also like to make pick a card readings and channeled messages, or just collective messages during the week. And that is what I do around here. I find it really fun. I love it. I love helping people in this way, and it feels very fulfilling for me. So that's what I do around here. All right. Brenda, welcome. Okay, Wingwolf, I think you're new here because I don't recognize your username. I see you've asked a few times for me to, hey, pick me, pick me, pick me. The way that I do things on this channel is definitely put your question in the chat. If I don't get to you within like 20, 30 minutes or whatever, feel free to ask again. But when people go pick me, pick me, pick me, and they get mad that I haven't seen their question or that I haven't picked them, I will just skip them, right? It's not personal, it's just a boundary that I have. So if you really want me to read on you, put your question. Oh, for fuck's sakes. How many hungry, or not hungry, how many thirsty, oof, we got a lot of thirsty dudes in the chat. Brenda, thank you so much for being such a fantastic moderator, and to my other regular viewers and mods who are just so wonderful. Vivian's asking for a message from her guides and angels. Absolutely, we can do that for you. Oh, someone sent me a super chat. I did not even see that. Who did that? Thank you. We got a whole bunch of, we got a whole bunch of deleted stuff. Oh, let's see. Just reading these deleted messages. God damn. This user called someone needs to go back to mama's basement. Oof. Are they the one that sent me the super chat? I don't know. Rose Blue, welcome. I think you accidentally got muted. I just saw one of your comments was removed. Section I live on has been for sale for a few months. Is it close to being sold? So section, like section of land? Are you talking about like out in the country? Gives me time to toss my stuff and not move in a panic. Okay, you know what? We'll look at that for Rose Blue. Is it close to being sold? The section that she lives on, is it close to being sold? And then Vivian and then Rose Blue. So full disclosure, you guys, I have not had a chance to take my ADHD medication, so my brain's not braining. Hence why I got my readings and my chat mixed up. So we'll do Vivian and then we'll do, Vivian and then Rose Blue. Okay. Vivian and then Rose. There's Vivian's question. General message from guides and angels. All right. Let's jump in. Spirit, what is your message for Vivian that she needs to know? What's going to be most helpful to her today to learn? What's something for her to focus on for the near future? Okay, meditate and contemplate. Let's get a tarot message. I'm going to shuffle these up really nice, and I love that sound. Really nice and satisfyingly. Anyway, we're going to shuffle these and get a tarot message for Vivian. So meditate and contemplate. So Spirit, what is she meditating on? What does she need to think about, meditate on? What is it? What is she supposed to meditate on and think about? Okay, there's King of Wands. I'm seeing, actually with this one, I'm getting solar plexus chakra. Now, yeah, there's a lot of yellow on there that kind of solidifies that that intuitive ping, I call it, that I got. But yeah, working on that solar plexus chakra, working on the self-confidence, the healing your confidence, healing that solar plexus chakra. That's your center. It's right above your belly button. It's that center for your personal power, your willpower, your self-confidence, your self-esteem. So that's something to, yeah, to work on healing, I think, and to just work on, it's also just something like to work on strengthening. Okay, anything else? What else? Okay, I got the Two of Pentacles. Okay. There's something I'm getting here about balancing your human self and your divinity. We are spiritual beings having human experiences, wearing these human costumes and going out and living human lives and learning human lessons, right? But there's something about balancing that. So remembering that you are a spiritual being and that you do have more power than you realize you do, given your human limitations. Why am I being reminded of the Lion King? You know, Mufasa like appears in the stars. He's like, remember who you are, Simba. You're being asked to remember who you are. So maybe you're struggling with this, like, being overwhelmed by stuff in the 3D. You know, the Earth game, you know what I mean? Like the bills and the jobs and the social relationships and you know, the limitations of the human body, and there just seems to be this feeling like, oh, there's so much I just can't do. I wish I could do something about this, but I just can't because I'm only human. And I'm just looking at the bottom of the deck now with Seven of Swords. Spirit's like, actually, you're not only human. You are, you're presenting as a human, but you are a spiritual being. You have some limitations, but not everything. Like, you're not shut out from accessing divine love. You're not shut out from accessing divine creativity, that creative energy. And you're not shut out from manifesting great things for yourself just because you are in a human incarnation. Yeah, and it's that, what is it that's lying, Spirit? It's the ego self, the human fear. That's what's lying. Because it doesn't realize, it doesn't remember that you are actually a much more powerful being than what we are told to believe we are, you know, when we incarnate. Okay, so anything else for Vivian? What I was going to say, what's something Vivian can do to make this process go smoothly with the healing and the strengthening of that solar plexus chakra? Justice, just knowing that you will find that balance. If you're worried about, oh, I don't know, you know what the balance is, like how spiritual should I be versus how human should I be, or how spiritual versus how logical and practical. You will find that balance, but you're going to have to do some meditation and some inner work for yourself. Spirit's saying you will know, because you'll be sitting there and it will just dawn on you that I am complete and I am perfect just as I am. Now, when I say perfect, I mean like the divinity that's within you, that is perfect. You as a soul, that is perfect. Our human choices and stuff, not perfect, but you're going to realize, like, on this fundamental level, like, I am everything that I need to be. I'm exactly where I need to be. I am everything that I am. Because Spirit, this is getting confusing. Because I'm part of I am. Because I am. And when I say I am, sometimes, well, I don't know what your spirituality is, Vivian, but I know back when I studied Christianity, another name for God was the I am. Everything that is, you are. And you'll come to this realization, and I'm just getting like, there'll just be a sense of peace and a sense of like, assuredness. Is that the word I'm looking for? Being assured that, okay, I am just fine. Like, I am right the way I am. Yeah, you are going to have that balance between your spiritual knowledge, your spiritual wisdom, and your human experience. Okay, so that's what I have for you. I hope that was helpful. And then it was rose blue after. Yeah. Okay. So Rose Blue is wondering if the section that she's living on will sell soon. Let's see. I'm actually going to give these a bigger shuffle. Okay. Believe the impossible with Blue Moon. Yeah, it was Blue Moon. So if you're concerned, like, nobody's going to want this piece of land, or oh my gosh, like, what if it's overpriced? Like, what if this is never going to sell because the economy sucks right now, and this and that. Spirit's like, just, yeah, believe the impossible. I'm getting, just wait. And I'm also hearing, you know that Bruno Mars song, I think it's Uptown Funk, where he goes, don't believe me, just watch. Spirit's saying that to you. Don't believe me, just watch. But let's get some tarot messages for Rose Blue. Oh, someone else sent me a super chat or a super sticker or something. Thank you so much. Once I scroll down to the chat and find out who, I will acknowledge you properly. But in the meantime, thank you. Okay, so Rose Blue, that section of land, Spirit saying believe in the impossible. Oh, bottom of the deck for the Oracle cards, luck is on your side, by the way. Whoa, all right, okay. Jeez. What fell out here? Now, I don't have a timing estimate of when, but there is somebody that's interested. They're like they really see the potential, I think, in the land. There's something that they really want to do. They already have big plans for it. We have the World card. The ending of something, tying up loose ends. I'm seeing this as the closing of a sale. And then I have the Eight of Pentacles, where now usually I see this as a work or mastering one's craft or full-time work. Yeah, there's like, okay, well, I'm seeing regular money that comes in from this, but also whoever it is that wants that section that you're living on, like, they are willing to put in the work. They have the secure, the full-time job. They have the predictable income to be able to actually pull this off and be able to make the payments and things like that on time. Yeah, new adventure. So, new adventure for them, you know, taking on this new piece of land and starting something, and then obviously a new adventure for you, because if it sells, I'm assuming that you're gonna have to move and start elsewhere, but it's fun. There's like a kind of a fun energy that surrounds this. So yeah, it will sell soon. I'm not being shown any particular timing estimates, though. I'm not sure that's something Spirit is allowing me to look at right now, but we can try. Can we get a timing estimate when this Knight of Wands type feels like it's a young person or young family? But can we get a timing estimate on when somebody will come and buy this section of land? Okay. Page of Wands. They're making the preparations that they need to. There's something about getting all their paperwork and like documents and things like that together first. And they're working on that very quickly. And then I have something here about Two of Pentacles being 2 years, but it seems like something happens before the 2-year mark. Is it, Spirit, is it that there's like a transitory kind of phase where maybe they're still making payments on the land and they don't like fully own it? You know what? I think that's what's going on here. Excuse me. From the time that they're allowed to, you know, move onto the land and the sale closes and stuff like that, I think that'll be less than 2 years, but then it will be 2 years before they completely own it and they don't owe payments to anybody. Cool. Three years building something on it. If this is rural, if you're out in the country, I just get that feeling like I'm seeing like a shop, you know, like a workshop, and I'm seeing like machinery and like, I don't know if it's farm stuff or if it is construction, but I'm just seeing like this big heavy equipment and stuff moving onto the lot. But no, Spirit's not giving me when, you know, the sale will close, just when the new owners will completely own it and not owe. So interesting, but it is good to know that it will sell soon. Since that was what you were looking for, I'm really glad to see that. Luck is on your side, believe the impossible. Somebody's very interested in what is being offered. Mumita, welcome. We'll do yours. Mumita's wondering if she should move on from S. They're no contact, but will it be good to just move on? Okay. I appreciate that you did not put their actual name in the chat. And we don't really need to when we do this stuff. Spirit knows exactly who you are and knows exactly who you are talking about and what kind of situations you're referring to. So should Mumita go and just completely no contact, just end connection with S? Should Mumita move on from S? Okay, I'm hearing that cliche about if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. But this, if you love something, let it go. This is like, if you love yourself, let this go, is what I'm picking up. Okay, win-win outcomes forecast. Yeah, but this, if you love something, let it go. But yeah, it's like, if you love yourself, you'll let this go. Okay, I had 3 of Swords and 5 of Cups fall out. We'll get into that in just a second. Okay. I see you had a very strong attachment to this person. And, you know, I'm not going to say that this will be totally easy and not painful at all. you might, there will be a bit of a grieving mourning period with that Three of Swords, but it's more like mourning what you thought could have been. Sometimes we grieve the illusion of who we thought someone was or how we thought something would turn out. So it'll be a little while of, I think, just, it feels to me like a short time of sadness over just being sad that it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. But Spirit's like, yeah, but that's not the way that it was ever going to turn out. That's just not the way that situation was. And Five of Cups, like, of course, at first it is going to feel sad. And it is going to feel, it has the same energy as a regular relationship breakup or regular, like a friendship breakup, relationship breakup. But she's still got two cards. She's still got 2 cups left in the back here. And that's just reminding you that there are still so many wonderful things in your life. You've actually gotten rid of, or you will be getting rid of, what is no longer serving you. Now, this is going to sound silly. It's a silly analogy, but Spirit wants me to share this with you. Think of these 2 cups back here as clean water, okay? This one that spilled, now they all look like clean water, but this one that spilled was bleach. This one that spilled was dirty pond water that looked clear, but was full of bacteria. And then this one, I'm just seeing was like, I'm just seeing a beaker with clear fluid, like maybe some kind of an acid or something. It doesn't really matter. But things that you should not be drinking, things that are going to be harmful to you, you've let these go. Once you realize that what was in these cups was actually not right for you in the first place, you're going to really appreciate what was right for you. Because remember how I said in the analogy, these 2 cups had clean water in them? You're doing yourself a huge favor. Okay, 6 of Pentacles. This is you. It's you cutting away, dead weight, or I'm being reminded of like an aircraft, and they often have weight limits, and it's like, okay, well, to be able to fly, we need to lose this much. Whatever, right? We need to lose this much extra weight so that we can safely go take off and go where we need to go. You're helping yourself by doing this. In a way, you're helping this other person too, that S that you're referring to. And it's not necessarily like they were a bad person or you were a bad person. It was just a case of 2 people that weren't necessarily right for each other. And you're doing yourself a favor and you're doing them a favor by just letting it go. And by releasing your attachment to this person, the relationship, and how you thought things would turn out. There's the happiness with the Sun card. Once that initial wave of sadness and heartbreak passes, you're going to realize that you have less to worry about. You have less... You're not checking your phone so anxiously. You're not, every time that your phone buzzes or you hear your text alert, you're not like, oh my God, is it this person? No, it's like you're no longer chained to your happiness being dependent on whether or not this person gets back to you. So back to our analogy with the cups. Okay, so those are the ones that are still up. Those are the things that are, good for you. But something you're leaving behind is, I'm hearing impatience, uncertainty, and limerence. You're leaving those behind. Those were not healthy for you. And I would say not healthy for your person, because I think it was something you were both kind of experiencing, not just you. You're letting this go so that you can just feel better and emotionally, I feel emotionally be healthier. Bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Swords, moving from chaos to calm, moving from uncertainty to certainty, or instability to stability. You're letting go of limerence, and it's an act of love for yourself. So that is what I have for you, Mumita. I hope that was helpful. Okay. All right. I think also going to level with you guys. I'm not really feeling that good today. I'm very, very tired. And like I said, I wasn't able to take my regular medication. And a lot of you don't know this, my regular viewers do, but I deal with a lot of joint pain and bone pain, and shuffling over and over again long term does actually become quite painful, and I am starting to get pain in my wrist. So this may actually be a short stream. I think I do have time for like 1 or 2 more readings, and then I will have to just call it a day and go back to tomorrow making more pick a card readings to release throughout the week for you guys. I kind of want to get a collective message. What's a collective? We're going to just change gears a little bit. Collective message for us, Spirit. What do we need to know for the week ahead? And I think I would love to do like a weekly, maybe weekly predictions, if that's something that you guys would like to see on my channel. Weekly predictions, pick a card kind of videos, where we go through sort of day by day and get like first we get a general overview of the week, and then we go through day by day. Let me know if that's something that you would like. Yeah, let's get a collective message. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to get a collective message, and then I think I'm going to go. I know it's been a short stream. Maybe I didn't get a chance to read for everybody in chat. I do apologize. It's not personal. I'm hurting today. But I really, really wanted to come on and get back into this tarot thing, because I do have fun with it. Okay. So communication is key. That's one of our important messages for the week ahead. Communication is key. Be direct when you need to be direct. Ask if you don't understand is something I'm getting. I'm also just getting do not assume. And you guys know probably that saying about what happens when we assume, make an ass of you and me. But yeah, it's something about don't be left in the dark, but it's don't leave yourself in the dark. Communicate, ask questions, make sure you understand. Or else you're going to have a hard time working on and struggling through stuff that you're like, oh, I don't even have the energy to do this. How do I do this? I don't even understand how to do this. This is really overwhelming. Spirit's like, you're going to ask for help this week. You're going to ask for guidance. You're going to ask for clarification on instructions that you're given this week, so that you don't find yourself becoming overwhelmed and tired. Oh, somebody flipped out. High Priestess. Okay, interesting. So when it comes to our human communications, we're being asked to get clarification, clarity, and to get more information. But when it comes to our spiritual communication, that seems to be much easier this week. We seem to be much more open to spiritual insight, and we're much more understanding of what our intuition and what our higher self, our guides, our angels are wanting to say to us. Funny, we have a better time understanding our spiritual aspects rather than our human aspects in the coming week. What else should we know for the week ahead? We have 3 of Wands and 8 of Cups. I don't know what experiment it was that they did or what the scientific phenomenon is called, but the outcome changes because it's being measured, you know, things behaving differently when they're being observed than when you just leave them to do their thing. Something that you're waiting on and trying to manifest, it just seems kind of weird and maybe counterintuitive, but the more that you struggle with like, why isn't it here yet? Why isn't it here yet? When is this coming? Oh my gosh, I need the answers. I need them, and I need them now. As soon as you let go of like your interest in that and your attachment to that, with the 8 of Cups, it's like the sooner that information comes in or that thing you need or whatever it is that you're really trying to get this week, the sooner it will come in. For some reason, the outcome changes because you are no longer so hyper-focused on it. Okay. And let's just get, you know what, let's just do one more oracle message for this. For the collective, for us in the coming week. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Maybe it's because we are being told to ask for help. So something that we've been struggling with, maybe at work or in our personal relationships or, you know, what have you, that comes to an end because we are finally speaking up and being like, okay, wait, what do you mean when you say for me to do this? Or like, okay, so what I understand is that I need to do X, Y, and Z. Am I interpreting this correctly? And they're like, yes, actually, yes, that's exactly what I need you to do. And you're like, okay, because before it was very unclear and very confusing. Now you have the clarity. Now everything is just, it just seems it's going to be so much easier. I'm seeing literally like a dirty window being washed and squeegeed. And all of a sudden you just see this beautiful sunlight and it's like, ding. You know, I'm also getting that like cartoon, you know, they get an idea, they got a light bulb, ding. So that is awesome. We just need to, yeah, in our personal and our human communications, make sure that we're double checking so that we understand, but in our spiritual communications, just trusting that we are clear and open channels. Okay? Okay. I'm going to call it here. I know this was a very, very short stream considering, I'll blow up my candle, considering I'm often here for much longer on our weekly streams, but this is the best that I can do today. And I'm going to be okay with that. I'm going to choose to be okay with that. So I will be back next Sunday. Yeah, I should be back next Sunday. And I'll still have my pick a card videos and other content out over the course of the week. And I'm going to see you guys very soon on my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to those who sent me super chats and supported my channel that way. But really, I'm even just grateful that people come in and lurk on stream and watch and comment and stuff like that. That really helps this channel to grow. So thank you. I appreciate that very much. I hope that you guys have a wonderful week and a great rest of your day, great rest of your Sunday. Have a good, Spirit's literally saying, have a great rest. So maybe some of you need to go have a nap. Maybe I need to go have a nap. Anyways, guys, have a great time. I'm so thankful that you were here, and I'll see you next time.